In April 2012, the Calgary Zoo announced it was relocating its endangered Asian elephants. While this was a difficult decision, it was based solely on the animals' welfare. Since then, there has been lots of public discussion about this announcement. Here is an interview with Dr. Jake Veasey, the zoo's director of animal care, to explain the reasoning behind the decision.
So I'm Dr. Jake Veasey, and I'm the Director of Animal Care, Conservation and Research at the Calgary Zoo. My academic background is in behavioral ecology and animal welfare science. This kind of scientific background helps us kind of understand what it is that makes animals happy and how to provide for that. I think there are 5 key characteristics for elephants that make them a real challenge to manage in captivity. First of all, they're tropical, and we have many species here from a tropical climate, and obviously here in Calgary we're not in a tropical environment, so right there's a challenge. The additional factor that elephants have is they're big. As you can see, they can weigh up to 8,000 kilos. To build an indoor space in which they can function as a herd and feed as a herd, which is what they need, I believe, to satisfy their welfare, in a place like Calgary where they can be shut in for 5 months of the year, it may be theoretically achievable, but financially there just isn't a resource there to invest in a facility like that. We would need to build a building that is greater in size probably than the Saddle Dome, to actually satisfy their needs in the depths of winter. Third, they're social. You're not just dealing with one, 5,000 to 8,000 kilo animal, you're dealing with a group of them. They need to interact with each other. Ideally, they need to be related individuals. That's how they've evolved to exist in the wild. We're essentially looking for a facility where this herd can continue to grow. This is still a reproductively viable herd. For a whole bunch of reasons, it's very important that they're allowed to breed. All of that's crucial to rearing offspring and all of the benefits associated with bringing new life into the world. So we want an environment in which these animals can breed and that herd can grow to a size that, of 8 or more elephants. And we need to provide an environment in which that can happen. Fourth, they're intelligent, which means they have a greater capacity for boredom. They are an animal that has evolved to deal with complex challenges, social challenges as well as environmental challenges. And so they have this biological expectancy to experience that. Now, when you don't provide for that in captivity, that can become a challenge. The fact that they're intelligent also gives them arguably a much greater capacity for their welfare to be compromised. To provide for elephants, we need an environment in which year-round, 24 hours a day, elephants can live as a group and can feed, for probably 2/3 of that period of time, in a manner that is conducive with their behavioral ecology. So they're not fighting over food, and there's benefits for them in cooperating. And that becomes very challenging in this restricted environment, particularly in winter, when we can't let them have access to the bigger space. We've done a huge amount to maintain a high standard of welfare for these elephants, and I think a lot of what we're seeing is down to people's relationships with these animals. And I understand that, and I'm sympathetic to that, but ultimately we have to do the right thing for these elephants.